Hey everybody, this is Perch. I get a lot of mail, generally 20, 30 or so a day. And if I take a break, then this massive pile of mail just piles up, and then I'm like, I'm never going to read that. And I, I long for this day. I like picture taking like a week off, away from the family, away from kids, away from all the consulting, the other stuff, travel, everything else. I've got a friend, by the way, who just mocks me relentlessly for the amount of travel I'm doing. It's like, oh, where are you at today? An airport? It's like, well, no, I'm not at an airport. Jesus, what do you think of me? I'm on a plane. I'm not in the airport. I boarded anyway. This is a burn somehow. But I get a lot of mail, and I generally, I would say once a day, once every 2 days, there is a crazy person mail, and the crazy person mail is always it's one extreme or the other. It's you know, hello Perch, or should I say Nazi Perch? It's like okay. I do appreciate it, by the way, when people are like right up front with the crazy. Sometimes they take a long time and they get into the crazy, way down in the mail, and I'm like, oh man, I just wasted a bunch of time. I was reading a mail for a video, and I got like 4 minutes into the video, and I'm like commenting as we go. And they get to last paragraph's like, and that's why you're a misogynist Nazi. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, this was, if you got me, you trolled me, you got me. Anyway, it's that or it's the other, which is the mail we're going to read right now. And I do, I people when I read this stuff, people in the comments, helpfully, by the way, you're being helpful, will say things like, why don't waste your time on stuff like this, Perch. Yeah, I get it. But I'm not reading this and seething, as they say on the internet. The kids do anyway. Um, I, my daughter, by the way, is really into, language. An 11-year-old would be interested in. She's like sleigh and I got that drip. And so she's like, oh, you wouldn't understand my language. And then to kind of prove how easy it is to understand her language, I'm like surreptitiously on the side. I pull up like popular words for tweens in 2025. And there's all these, um, retarded words. Let's just say. Anyway, I just start inserting them in sentences, and my daughter's like doing a double take. What? How do you know all this stuff? And then I had a brief moment of glory where she's like, "Oh, you're way cooler than mom." I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And then she's like, "But you're still old." I'm like, "Oh, there it is. We're back to reality." Anyway, I think some passersby heard me talking like this, which is doubly embarrassing, but whatever. I mean, I'm in Texas. Who's not embarrassed of anyone here? Just kidding, Dallas Cowboys fans. Your team is awesome. Anyway, let's read this mail. Perch. It's another clue, by the way, when there's no like, dear Perch, hello Perch, how you doing, Perch? Just Perch, Perch, Perch. You like to talk on your show about, quote, both sides ism, end quote. But you have to admit, we're winning. Snow White was a dismal failure. The Rippaverse is the most popular comic being produced today. And Comicsgate has gone from, you technically say CG, but CG has got Comicsgate, has gone from a small indie movement to the most popular comic brand alive today. When are you going to admit that we are winning? Live streams and shows are most popular for our side. When was the last time you saw a woke live stream with more than 10 viewers? I'll do you one better. When was the last time I saw a woke live stream? Never. We could go even. When was the last time you saw a live stream? It was the time that I guest appeared on Wes's Thinking Critical one. And before that, probably the time I guest appeared on Wes's Thinking Critical one. And before that, the time I used to do it a year and a half ago. I hate live streams so much. I don't mind. It's always an honor when I'm asked to participate on one, but I don't know. They're not my cup of tea, if you will. By the way, I don't do super chats here. I didn't do them when I did my live streams. I don't do them. I don't do any of the kind of donate money to me, any of that. I don't do it. I don't need it. I'd rather you keep your money for yourself and buy whatever you want, comics, music, gasoline, fire to go with the gasoline. Whatever floats your boat, man. Um, you know, uh, blank videotapes for Donny Cates to record creepy things he looks at through his bedroom window on. Whatever. I'm just dripping that story out slowly over the course of 2 years. Um, but I don't do that stuff. But so I'll go on live streams and I will help whoever the live stream is. I'll be like, hey, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hey, if you like this thing, subscribe. I'll do that because and people get like really angry with me. Like, oh, you say, don't donate money, but you go on somebody else's live stream and then you thank them for your super chat. Yeah, it's called being polite. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, that's their show. It's their home I've been invited into. I'm going to be a proper guest. And if they have that thing, if they have super chats turned on, more power to them. That's their business. And if that is their business, then I will cheerfully tip my hat to that business. I can not do it for myself and still be respectful to other people. Like, how is this so hard to understand? And by the way, a couple of you, and I know the douche who keeps spreading this rumor, and he is a douche, and pays for his subscribers, by the way, who's been promoting this idea that Wes from Thinking Critical and I are in some kind of feud. We are not. We are hardcore not. We'd get along just fine. I'll be seeing him in Dallas. We'll have a good time. Our families are going to get together. I don't know how you want to portray a feud where my wife and his wife are going to hang out with their kids. So whatever. I'm sure. I mean, blood feud of the century. But anyway, it's spreading that rumor sucks. But anyway, where was I with this mail? Okay. Okay. We were asking about how many woke live streams I've seen. Zero. Everywhere you turn, pop culture is falling our way, not yours. So when are you going to finally admit you lost? You and your comic industry shills are on the wrong side of history. I think anyone who says wrong side of history is on the wrong side of history, by the way, as a phrase. You and your industry shills are on the wrong side of history. Face it, admit it, you lost. That's the mail. So, it would be very easy to kind of just make fun of that. And I've already started. But let's not for a moment. And let me just ask a serious question. What are you trying to win? And really, for any of you, I mean, in my comments, I have people who come in who I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but generally speaking, most of the people are fairly nice to each other. I have people who are, I would say, far to the conservative spectrum to the right. I have people who are far to the left. And there's arguments that go on in the comments, but not a ton. I do my best to try and get people arguing with me if they're feeling like arguing. I'd rather them do that. I have had a lower tolerance. People post something really stupid. I'm like, all right, dumbass. I mean, fine. Like if we're gonna talk and if we're gonna gaslight, be dumb, then I'll just respond in kind. But generally speaking, people mostly get along. So, I guess this question goes out for the anti-SJW, anti-woke side. What is winning exactly? Because I see this a lot, and people point me at videos, and I'll see stuff pop up in the feed every now and then. And I'm confused by the win condition because generally speaking, if you're in business and you're consulting and you're trying to kind of move people along, one of the biggest pieces of advice I give, and I recommend others give, or others do, is figure out what winning looks like. Make it clear in your mind. Is it, you had a private company and you did an IPO, you went public. Is it that you sold your company? Is it that you got that promotion you wanted? Is it, what is it? What is the win condition? Because if you're not sure about that, then your actions could be all over the place. It could be, you could be doing things to make yourself feel better, but it's not actually going to put you on that path to winning, to being successful. And so what is the win condition here? And I'm not just playing dumb on purpose, but is it Disney goes out of business? Is it Marvel stops making comics? Is it DC fires all their writers and Chuck Dixon writes everything? What is it exactly? And I'm not saying again to punk on any of you or to make fun of you. I'm actually asking this as a serious question because it is confusing to me, and I'll explain why. A lot of YouTube, the live streams, the videos, the people who have made a name for themselves attacking the woke. If they win and the woke goes away, their popularity, attention, money, and channel goes away. Like if there's nothing to make fun of and complain about because everything is perfect, all movies star Kevin Sorbo now. Uh, then, and I have nothing against Kevin Sorbo, by the way, and hell, it could be a Kevin Sorbo, Dean Cain kind of, buddy flick directed by Mel Gibson. I don't know. But if that's what you got, what then? Your business is done. If Marvel Comics goes, you know what? Fuck it, we're done. We can't put out comics. We're just bad at it. We're just no more comics. You're done. So is the winning condition to put yourself out of business? Do you fight? Are you? Do you feel you're fighting a noble cause where you hope to be out of business? Where you're like, I will keep fighting until one day, boys, there is no more woke anywhere, and I will peacefully retire off to work at that job at McDonald's again. But I will do so with a smile, knowing I have saved the world from woke. Once I was a YouTuber with 2 million subscribers and a live stream show and a secondary channel and a sponsorship from some kind of cloud hosting VPN provider. But now I am working at Arby's. And even though I just stepping foot in Arby's, my penis has shrunk even smaller from the days when I was doing live streams, and I now smell like rancid meat. My wife has left me because of the smell. I can no longer afford a car. I walk in the freezing rain uphill both ways to get to my Arby's job, but I've saved us from woke. Like, what are you after? And because it goes without saying. And this is the part where I feel like enjoy the success, right? If you're a fan of Eric July and the Rippaverse, okay, you now have comics. He's putting out comics. You can buy them. He's putting them out pretty regularly. You don't have to wait like 5 years between comics. He's putting them out, and you could buy them, and you can get T-shirts and statues and other shit. I'm sure he sells. You can get that stuff. It's there. So if you wanted a lineup of comics from outside the mainstream, from a creator who shares your values, you've won. So enjoy them. Make more comments. Write fan fiction about Isom. That it is Isom, right? I know. Again, this is not me punking on anybody, being disparaging. I'm honestly like, when given something, when you're given something that you like, isn't that winning? Is Snow White failing? Is that winning? Did you win just long enough for the next movie? What is the next movie? Lilo and Stitch or Moana? Like, do you just like, okay, it's a temporary victory. The battle was won, but the war is not over because we must gird our loins to look for something. Did you know Dwayne Johnson once said that he would consider being a Democrat and a Trump skin looked orange? So therefore, the final boss, The Rock, he must fall. The next battle is Moana. Come, boys. We take the Disney hill again. Is that winning? I mean, if look, like me, my quote unquote win against Snow White was I didn't go see it. It made no money for me. My daughters, bless them, I raised them right because they're like, nah, that movie looks terrible. No. Okay, I won. I didn't have to sit through 2 hours of that shit. So what what are we doing here? Anyway, I again, it's very easy to kind of mock and make jokes and all the rest. But genuinely, what are we fighting for? What are you fighting for? What is your win condition? Because as far as I can tell, um, it just feels like biding time is the win condition. You know, making videos, doing live streams, just, finding something to be pissed about, saying you're pissed about it, making fun of it, having fun making fun about it. Okay, that could be fine. But at some point, once you've made fun of it, I mean, it here's the problem. I feel like for the people who are like, oh my God, Hollywood's got to clean up its act. It's got to make good movies. It's got to stop this woke shit and everything else. It feels disingenuous for people saying this because I don't think they actually want that. Because if they wanted that, their channel would go away. Or, if for on a lesser sense, that's their entertainment. If somebody posted on my board, hey, maybe these guys just like, making fun of bad movies and that's entertainment. Okay, that's fair. But then that means you need bad movies. It means that if anyone should be funding Disney to make shitty remakes, it's you. Because if they stop making those remakes, if they stop doing that stuff, um, you're not going to have movies to make fun of. I mean, man, imagine a world like Hollywood just starts making less movies, but the ones they make are better, and so these channels are like shit. There's no, we're going to have to go into, and then you get channels like Video Archive. It's like today from, 1993. It's Scanners 4. This movie was super woke back in, I mean, like, is that where we're headed? Ah, shit, I just gave somebody a channel idea. Anyway, what's the win condition? Just help me out. Thanks for listening.